Guys, I'm going to be talking about my issue with my Kenmore Elite washer. That's the H3 or HE3. And first of all, I want to give props to Houston Greer. Thank you so much. Your video on YouTube was awesome. It allowed me to look through the technical, the electrical, and mechanical. So I decided, so you know what, since I've been getting all this great knowledge from these guys, I wanted to address it, help maybe somebody else. Because like Houston, he's so true. I mean, if we could do it, if they can do it, we can do it. All we have to do is learn it. So again, thank you for all these guys. I did all the diligence on YouTube, guys. I did all my blogging. I read everybody's inserts and what their issue is. And so what I did is I listened to Houston, and Houston hit all the good marks because FH, whenever you get an FH error, it talks about more of the water situation. So first and foremost, you got to check your water pressure, which I did. Everything was all solid. It was coming up flowing, so there was no clog. Second thing, what I did is I pulled out the water inlet valve for the coated water, coated hot water. I did the continuity test. Everything was working good on that. Then I came to the flow meter, and the flow meter pulled that thing out, making sure that the hoses, everything was all good. And man, everything was good. The continuity was good and all that. I also went down there and I double checked where he said to go check out, see, and my drain pump is working good. I already checked on that. And then this is the drain basket where it's another filter. You unscrew it, be careful, there's a lot of water going to come out, so make sure you got some towels there. And so I cleaned all that out. Not too bad, but because we live in Hawaii, in paradise, we have a lot of gunk and a lot of sand and stuff like that, so I cleaned that out. So here's the issue that Mr. Greer had. He had an issue with his water pressure and the hose that I kept on rubbing through the years. It rubs on with the shakes, and he found a little pinhole. Well, when I did my continuity test on all of them, I blowed and it clicked. Everything was working. That was working good. The flow meter, the in valve, everything was working good. I'm like, what is going on? And so I pulled this out. And so I remember what Mr. Greer was talking about. He was talking about this little hose. He had the little burp. I double checked on that. But what I did notice, if you can see, this is another trap. And inside here, there was just massive guts of just years of sand, I guess clogged up the pressure. So what I'm hoping, I took all that out. I made sure the O-ring inside it was good and still strong and intact. I cleaned all that out. I gucked it out. And that's all coming from the washer. And apparently, some of this old stuff, it didn't go down to the drain down there that leads in front to go to that drain basket. So I guess I got just years of all this gunk, and again, it's sand and all that stuff. So I was able to take that out, unplug the hose that Mr. Greer had the issue with. There's only one screw to take this off, pull it out, make sure the O-ring is okay, take it to your sink, and I just pretty much washed it. And so I put that back. I made sure all that was all intact. I just did this, the testing, and you have to pay particular on when does it stop, because it'll run through, I believe it runs through like 8 cycles, and in between the cycles it'll tell you what part of and they're trying to give you heads up what part of the issues that you're still having. I just did it again, and everything was good. It went through the whole thing, and it was like, yeah. So the moral of the story is this. Just like what Mr. Greer is talking about, hey, you know what? You can do this. It's not that hard. And it's even better because Mr. Greer actually had to go and buy a hose. I'm just hoping that it was just me clutter and that gunk that I cleaned out, that it'll be all good. So I will definitely let you know. I'll give you guys a follow-up. It appears to be all good. I'm happy because that's about $160 of stuff that I don't need, because I was just about to go into the process of elimination. Although I checked everything was all good, the continuity, to the mechanical, to the electrical, it was good. But I didn't know what else to do because I kept on getting this FH. So what I'm hoping is, pray with me, that I cleaned down there, and the only thing I didn't do, but just before I was going to go to the store, as I went there and I removed that salt and I cleaned all this gunk. And I tried to blow through it. I couldn't, because I was all clogged up like an artery. So this was all good. So anyways, guys, I hopefully I'll give you some good news. I'm gonna put this all together and I'll run a nice big load because we don't want none of those nasty clothes to stay back. So we'll see. But again, I just want to give people more encouragement that Mr. Greer is right. If we can do it, or if they can do it, guess what? We can do it. So do that diagnostic test. Be particular area where it stops, or if it does stop, I'm happy. So I feel that I did enough. And if I have to go and buy them, you know what? At least I did. I hit every process of elimination. I did everything I could before I get into, and I didn't want to get into that. That's you know the computer boards and the motherboards, all like that. Like no thanks. So I'll let you know. I hope it helps, guys. And again, the washers are pretty much all the same. You know, when I was looking at these videos and all these other different kind of videos they have and stuff like that, they're pretty much the same. You know, the Kenmore, I believe the Kenmore is with the Whirlpool, it's all the same. But hey, I'm down with that. That'll save me $160, not including labor. Hey, and also another great aspect is this, guys. You learn something that you would pretty much forced your hand to do it, and now at least you know what you're up against next time. So again, your knowledge and your wealth of knowledge, it expands even more. So I hope that helps, guys. By all